How is it going? I'm already dropping a bunch of frames. Hello, it's the Monster Blitz coming to you live from, obviously, theater mode. I never do anything live anymore. Well, I used to. Actually, I still do sometimes. Yeah, but, this is a little free-for-all on the map, Nuke to the Town Mizzle. It's gonna be hectic, because that's just what Nuketown is. It's just a big hectic map. And, I just had this game the other day. It's 30 and 20, but the reason I'm actually gonna post this is because it's my first one that I won, the first free-for-all match that I win. Hold on, I'm gonna do this because I know that's a little like buzzy when I have this in. There you go. How many bars do I have actually? 2. That sure would be good. Yeah. So I'm running this on Squeal because that's the only way I can win a free-for-all. And I don't know if Jim was in the match at one. It's either he was in this match or the last one, but like I switched lobbies a bunch because I wasn't like I was coming close to winning, but I never won actually. See, yeah. So when I thought I was gonna do this commentary, I said I'm gonna start this commentary by saying, "Can you hear the lambs, Clarice, or the sheep?" I'm not quite sure how it goes. I haven't seen that movie, but last night I watched Hannibal. And that movie is awesome. I watched it with my dad last night, and the part where he cuts the guy's like the top of the guy's head off, that was awesome. Like, and then he what did he do? He like filleted. He filleted the guy, like he chopped out like a small piece of the guy's brain and filleted it, and he fed it to the guy, and I just said, if I ate my own brain, how awesome would that be? Like, how awesome do you think it would be to eat your own brain? Just like, num num num, that's my brain there. And that's I'm gonna continue on this movie because I have a lot to talk about it. If you don't know what it is, Hannibal Lecter is a cannibal and he eats people, and he's basically like in the movie he's in the top people wanted, and he's like a psychiatrist or something. Like he works with people's minds. He's a smart guy. Get hit in the face, bro. That was bad. Yeah, but so he's like this psycho cannibal. Well, he wasn't really psycho. He was kind of just like really smart. He's a cannibal. He's like really smart, but he likes eating people. And he like escaped the asylum and he went to Paris or whatever. And this woman, his friend Clarice, that he used to like in the first movie. Apparently, he worked with Clarice in the asylum. Well, it didn't work, but you know, hung out, kind of talked to, and like, he only eats people that don't treat him civil. So I'm gonna spoil the entire movie and talk about it. So basically, like, she gets shot, and like this guy. Okay, so the movie's kind of disturbing. If you haven't watched it, it's kind of disturbing. This guy cuts his own face off because he gets drunk by Hannibal, and he cuts his own face off, and Hannibal feeds it to the dogs. So his face is all mangled. And he's like rich, so he wants to kill Hannibal, so he tries to feed him to boars, but the guy who his servant, pushes him into the boars, so he gets eaten, and he's like wicked ugly and messed up in the face. And I thought the movie when it started was like it was a flashback, but apparently it was the same thing the entire way through. And like it was just like the beginning. It wasn't really a flashback. It was all relevant to the movie. And yeah, so what else was I talking about Hannibal? Oh yeah, so he basically eats people, and like one of the disturbing parts about it was he was in the asylum and he was being checked out by a nurse, and he just like attacks her face. He just starts gnawing on her face. That was messed up. Like out of nowhere, he just jumps on like, Dad. He just like he wanted a snack. I was thinking, do you think that he ever eats human food? And at the end of the movie, this is what I want to get to. At the end of the movie, he's on the airplane, and this little like Asian kid comes up to him, and he's like, "What's that?" And he points to like a fig or whatever. He's like, "Oh, this is a fig, and this is a this is a that." And then he points to the caviar, and he's like, "Oh, what's that?" "Oh, it's just caviar." And he's just, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't think you like that." And it's brain. It's literally like cooked brain. And he's just like, "I don't think that food that you ate on the plane is actually real. That's why I always bring my own." He has like fancy cheeses and stuff, and like wine. Stupid move there. And the kid's he's just like, "Do you want to have something?" And then he like gets a little lunchbox, and he points to the brain. And I'm thinking, don't eat the sweetbread, Asian boy. But then and this is how the movie ends. He's just like, "Well, my mom always told me to try new things." And then it goes to fades to gray, like gray tone, sepia or whatever. And then it just comes into his eye. And I'm thinking, well, that sucked. We never know if he liked the brains or not. So that's just my thoughts on Hannibal. Like, wow, why? I actually just might keep this as one video commentary. Just me thinking about Hannibal. And another thing that made me think about Hannibal is Clarice handcuffs him, and he's like, "This is gonna hurt a lot," and he has this huge steak knife that he's gonna cut. He's got to cut the handcuffs off because she's trying to turn him in. And yeah, so that's the end of the game. I'm just gonna finish up my commentary here. And he says, "This is gonna hurt a lot," and he chops down, and she screams, and it goes in slow-mo, and she screams, and you can just hear the scream. And then what I'm thinking is, he just chopped the wrist off, right? But I was wrong, I guess, because this is what got me also thinking about it. Does the boy like the sweetbread or not? Also, well, you like in the next scene, you can see her running. You can see she has both her hands, and you're thinking, either that's bad effects or something, because there was bad effects, because you could definitely see that him getting his like top of his head cut off so he could eat his brain, that looks really fake. Well, it looked good, but like you could like almost see like the outline of the head. It's kind of an old movie. But there's also why didn't he chop her wrist off? He had both his wrists and he had both her wrists. But then I got to thinking, why didn't he cut her wrists off? And then it hit me, because Clarice was never uncivil to him. But then I was thinking, she tried to kill him with the candlestick. She tried to call the police on him. Why didn't he just eat her? Because he's always saying, "Oh, you look delicious. Don't your eyes go over things that you want?" And he's kind of creepy. So that was another thing. It got me thinking about the movie. Why didn't Hannibal eat her? And then it hit me. So yeah. I'm trying to think of what other movies Anthony Hopkins is in, because that's been bugging me this entire time. Like, while watching the movies, like, what other movies is he in? And then nothing's come to me, and I'm lazy, and I don't really want to Google it. But that's it for the commentary, and can you hear the lambs Clarice? Peace out, homies. And I can't say that because I'm not Sly, but that's okay. Bye.